So once again, what are we doing? Tell me what I'm doing. I'm lost.
No, you're not. Tonight we are going to a place that we've been to many times and we really enjoy, and that is the Davie Dosa Company, which is not surprisingly on Davie Street in the West End.
Fabulous West End.
Yes, we love the West End. It's funny, when we were growing up, Indian restaurants were all Northern Indian, often Punjabi restaurants in Vancouver. And it was maybe 15 years ago that South Indian and dosa places started cropping. About 15.
No, I think it goes back to the early 80s when the Noor Mahal was a very famous one on Fraser. But in any case,
for dosa?
Oh yeah, we always used to go there for dosa. I kid you not. She's younger than me. She might not remember the details.
In any case, it seemed like you couldn't get a lot of South Indian food here, and it's still the case that you don't see a lot of it.
A lot of good South Indian food.
But dosa is one of our favorite things from the time when we lived in Kerala. And this place does a really good job. The proprietor is a lovely man, and we've always had a good meal when we've gone there, so we thought we'd share it with you.
That's right. And the cooks here are right from South India, and the taste is exactly as we remembered from being there.
An excellent sambar, good chutneys, all the things. So let's go do it.
Not really expensive.
No, I wouldn't say it's cheap, but it's not expensive. So why don't we just go do that?
Here it is, the Davie Dosa Company in all its majesty. So this is South Indian fare, and they have lots of really, really authentic things on the menu. Like they have things like rasam, which is also known as pepper water. Exactly. That's I love it. Sometimes I get a little bit on the side.
It's a spicy, thin soup.
Yeah, it's like a digestive aid, they say. And then, of course, very uncharacteristically, they have a Caesar salad, which seems a little weird to me. But and they have a couple of interesting. There's this type of Chinese Indian food that's sort of like a hybrid. So they have some Manchurian style vegetable dishes, which is kind of.
When we were in Kerala, we used to eat gobi Manchurian.
It's very, very South Indian.
Yeah, very.
But we're going to focus on the dosas, which is
because this is the dosa place, and
dosa
is a lentil rice crepe. Yes. So you soak rice and you soak lentils separately, and overnight, and then they call it grind. You blend them together,
make a batter,
and then with the batter you ferment the batter. And so it gets a little bit, it's not like super fermenty, it doesn't get funky, it doesn't get super sour, it's not like sourdough, it's less than that. And then you use that batter to make a very thin but large pancake. Sometimes the paper masalas are massive. At home, the paper dosas are massive. And the ones at home, the home style, are often small ones. These ones are sort of big, but not.
And then you get a filling in it, and then usually you're going to get the chicken.
Palak paneer, which is spinach and cheese. It's not one that I ever had in South India, but I have a hankering for spinach right now. That sounds like a really good thing to me. So it's vegetarian.
And typically it comes served with a side of sambar, which is like a lentil gravy, which is fantastic.
A lentil soup, lots of vegetables in there. And
two chutneys.
And two chutneys that are coconut based. Yes, we are. Thank you so much.
I think we are ready.
Sure. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Nope. Ready? Yes, absolutely. Very, very polite.
Yep. I would like the palak paneer dosa.
Spinach and paneer dosa. Okay.
And chicken dosa.
Any drinks?
Just water is good.
Water.
Good, thank you.
Thank you so much. The traditional, or what I think of as the standard dosa, has it's called masala dosa, and it basically it's cooked potatoes in a masala, which is a spice mix, and lots and lots of flavor. And it's very tasty, but we're going outside that.
Yeah, but it's just so great for us because after living in Kerala for so many months, to come and have a dosa is it's almost like comfort food.
It is. And the chutneys are so good, and the sambar is so good. Mm-hmm. We'll show you when we get it.
So the cooks are straight from South India, and there's cricket on the television, so you know you're in the right place.
I also wanted to mention, so my dosa is $18, but I don't know what yours was.
It's about 18 too.
But I noticed that there is a section that has a dosa of the day. We just didn't want today's dosa, which is lamb. But that's $15 for dosa of the day. They also do a happy hour here where you can get snacks like samosas and inexpensive drinks like $5 each. So that's also worth considering if you're, in
Budget
addition to your
conscious.
pocketbook,
That's right. But I don't care. I'd pay anything for a really good dosa right now. So it's going to take a few minutes because they do make everything right to order, which is quite fantastic. I can't imagine like a dosa steam table buffet or
No,
something.
that wouldn't work. It needs to be crispy. It wouldn't be
Very kind waiter deposited knives, rather forks and spoons, which we are going to eschew because in true Kerala style, this is something that's going to be eaten with your fingers. So.
Hence washing our hands first. So South Indian food is eaten with your hands, and that's how we do it. There are plenty of people here who do not. After all, we're in Vancouver, but that's how we do it, having spent time there, and it always tastes better.
But our Indian friends say it always tastes better when you eat it with your hands. So we're going to go by that rule.
The spinach is mine.
Spinach over there. Look at that.
You?
Mm-mm.
Chicken?
It's chicken. Let's hope it's chicken. That's great. That was
Thank you so
wonderful.
much.
Thank you.
This is the sambar.
Mm-hmm.
This is coconut chutney. This is another chutney, usually a tomato-based chutney. This is the dosa, which you can see here, right? You can see the cooked on that side and not on that side.
Very nice.
And then there's the filling. I will show you. See that spinach in
So
there?
the paneer is
The paneer is that
is the,
block. That's the cheese.
yeah.
It's an Indian cheese.
And the palak is there's a ton of spinach in there too.
Oh yeah, because spinach, as we know, melts down to nothing. So you can choose to dip into the sambar. You can drink the sambar separately.
Yeah.
You can pour
Some
the sambar
people pour the
over. I
sambar.
would
There are different
never do
schools of thought.
That's pretty good.
Really good. Gets the thumbs up. A little peek under the hood there. Bunch of chicken and a masala. And I'm gonna dig in. I love sambar. It's one of those things I could just drink gallons of the stuff, and it's so good for you.
So sambar, it's a thin lentil soup. Has an assortment of veggies in it. In fact, the market that we used to go to, you could get like a sambar pack where they give you like half an eggplant and a couple pieces of drumstick. Drumstick is a herb, vegetable. I don't know. It's supposed to be really good for you. And it's hard to come by here, but you can get it. You have to go to South Asian grocery stores. Usually some kind of thing like a pumpkin, some kind of squash.
Tomatoes,
Potatoes. It's not hard to make. It's super healthy. And lots of spices in it. Not necessarily spicy unless you want it to be.
Their coconut chutney is very good too. Very good. One thing I really like about their chicken is that in a lot of places you go, they just get cubes of like industrial breast meat, and this is a nice bits of slow cooked chicken thigh, so there's a lot more flavor, and it's not dried out at all. It's quite nice. So this is a Tuesday night, and it's pretty quiet in here. But they do have cricket on the TV, and the cooks are slaving away back there, maybe even doing double duty as the dishwasher. So we're just waiting on the bill, and we'll sum this up in just a little bit. Thank you.
I missed that the proprietor, every single time we've been in there, the proprietor has been there, and he wasn't tonight, and I missed that. He has a lovely...
Such a nice guy.
Yeah, he's got just a lovely way about him, and I missed him not being there. But I'm glad he has a life. How much was that before tax?
$36, something like that.
$36.75 for the two of us before tip. So, and you could do it cheaper, as we said. There are ways of making it cheaper. So,
But Davie Dosa Factory,
excellent food.
and strongly recommended if you're in the west end of Vancouver. So
Use your hands.
or thumb.